Nearly 60% of the population in this country is obese. What are we going to do about it? I've got a special guest, and we're going to talk about just that today. Now, how about supplements?
Yeah.
Supplements and nutraceuticals. Are there certain combinations, certain particular ones that you've seen through your experience that can help stimulate someone's metabolism, help them lose weight?
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the best supplements that I've seen in the clinic that works really, really well is something that we all know and love, and that's caffeine. Most of us are, coffee drinking people in this world, and what we know is that caffeine has an amazing ability not only to be a natural diuretic, but it has an ability to boost the metabolism without falsely elevating the heart rate to a point where you're going to be dealing with, elevated blood pressure. But one of the things that I do want to backtrack and say is that we have to understand the brain. And when we understand that you cannot fool the brain, as we do when we say we're going to just eat once a day, or we're going to do this. I liken the brain to God. I'm not calling the brain God, but I liken it. It is the control center. And once you get that into agreement with what you want to do, then the rest of the body follows. And so when I think about some of those natural supplements that we know that actually are great neurotransmitters that send signals to the receptors in the gut, it to me is a wonderful symphony of things that happen where the body works together in concert. And what I know to be true is a combination of a supplement called guarana. And you may see that in some of the weight loss drinks and stuff, but guarana, a combination of guarana and what I would say was something that's ephedra-like is caffeine. And I've seen just the combination of those two mixed in either some water, some juice, does amazing at providing an increase in that energy balance where now you're burning more than you're taking in, or you're burning off more than what you've taken in. And as long as you can continue to do that, then you can lose weight. But when people say to me, I've done everything and I'm still not losing weight, I always say, well, how are you moving? How are you moving everything in your body? And that doesn't mean just your legs and your arms, but how you're moving, what you've metabolized in your body. What happens is a lot of people are eating and consuming anywhere from 3 meals a day, but they're not releasing or removing those meals. The average person eats 3 meals a day. And if you're eating and consuming 3 meals a day and there's 7 days in a week, that's 21 meals. And then I said, well, how many times this week have you gone to the bathroom? 2. Well, that means you still have 19 meals inside of you. Now multiply that by a month.
That math don't add up.
That's a lot. So how do you think you're not going to lose weight? We have to find out, why is your body not only just storing fat, but now it's storing waste, because most of us are not eating a completely organic diet. So some of the foods that we're consuming has waste products, where your body was never meant to keep waste products. That's the part of the digestive system we need to release and donate it to the world in the toilet, for lack of a better way of saying that. And so I think that when we look at some of the things that we can do naturally to lose weight, it's amazing. And I look at fruits and vegetables. I literally believe food is your medicine. And if we go back to what we consider to be the Garden of Eden, and eat and consume what God put here on the earth, what I call living foods. Obviously, potato chips, cookies, and cakes don't live. But, corn, as long as it's not genetically modified, greens, peas, and all of those collards and green leafy vegetables, all of those things live. And so if they live in the earth, they'll live in our bodies and allow us to live longer, healthier lives. And so that helps everything in your body moves properly. It helps the heart move properly. It helps the digestive system move properly. Everything in your body begins to function when you give it good nutritional foods. And so when we look at losing weight, I try to figure out how many people are actually eating and consuming living foods. And therein lies a lot of our problems. If you're eating dead foods, then your body begins to die.
Wow, that is a good piece of information. Eat live foods if you want to live.
Yeah.
And particularly if you want to try and live a healthy and productive lifestyle. You want to be sure that you're giving your body what it needs to function optimally in order to be able to achieve that healthy balance of being able to burn calories efficiently rather than putting your body in a cycle where it's more catabolic and it's storing a bunch of things that it doesn't require and slowing you down and making you more fatigued, making you less likely to get out and exercise, less likely to do the things that you should have been doing in the first place to get yourself in that situation. But thank you very much. I mean, that is very helpful.
Thank you.
Now, repeat for me the name of that supplement, Guarana?
Guarana extract. I love caffeine. They're absolutely amazing for any kind of weight loss because it actually revs up the metabolism in such a positive way. And then you can couple that with some other things that we happen to know that are fat burning. But here's the benefit of just using those two. Because not only does it boost your metabolism, caffeine is actually a wonderful detoxificant. And I tell everybody, caffeine is great. We're just doing it in the wrong way. And I know that's another conversation too. It does an amazing job at detoxifying the liver if we just do it in the right organic preparations for like a green coffee as opposed to the roasted coffees that we drink. When you look at just those two alone, I think you can get a good modest weight loss and a good boost in your metabolism. So I like to do it like a melting pot. Throw everything in the pot. Whatever can help me lose weight, just put it in one little mixture, as long as it doesn't harm or influence the body. And here's another thing. All of these things that I'm telling you are really great with any other prescription medication.
And while you're on a weight loss journey, you should always be keeping your primary care physician involved in that process, particularly if you're on prescription drugs. Not because necessarily there's an interaction between any nutraceuticals and those prescription drugs, but because as you are successful in your weight loss journey, you want to be monitored appropriately so that when it's time for you to come off of something, you come off of something.
Right.
What we don't want to do is drop your sugar too low. We don't want to drop your blood pressure too low. We don't want to put you in a position where we're causing you more harm than good with any pharmaceuticals that you're taking in combination with your weight loss journey. They can work together.
Yeah.
You can have pharmaceuticals and nutraceuticals together to try and help you achieve your goals. There's no one size fits all. Everybody should be evaluated and treated as an individual. Look at your specific needs. Look at your specific issues. Look at your specific habits and come up with a comprehensive plan to help you to be the best you that you can be. We thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next with a little bit more information from a different perspective on how you can achieve your weight loss goals. God bless you.